I want to just kind of give a year-end review. Tomorrow is our last show of the season. We come back with everything and starting fresh for 2024. But I just am so overwhelmed and honored to be anywhere near this audience. This, I believe, and I've said this for a very long time, two things. I felt that this audience is going to be the audience that somehow or another is the turning point in whatever it is we're facing. That this audience, some way, somehow, saves the republic. I don't even know how that even happens, but I just have always been, I feel that so strongly.
You've always, I believe that for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And most of that time I was like, they're okay. The audience, they're all right. They're fine.
They're good.
But I think recently I've been won over to this viewpoint as well.
It's amazing.
They really are. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's an amazing group that you happen to be a part of. And so last night I was talking to a 20-something because I'm preparing something for tpusa. And they're having a big conference this Saturday, this weekend. And Saturday night I'm doing the closing remarks for the day. And I was really wondering, what do I have of value? And so I was talking to a 20-something, and I said, what is it that you think people of your age need to hear? And we went over some things, and she ended with, the biggest thing is a call to action. She said, we're always told that we can make the difference, that how important we are, and that you got to go out but what specifically? So I was thinking about that, and then I got the year-end reports in from Mercury One and the Nazarene Fund. And I just want to tell you, you might think that you haven't done anything this year, but just this audience, this year, listen to this. In Afghanistan, currently, the Nazarene Fund is supporting roughly 125 people monthly inside of Afghanistan. These are people that are hidden away and nobody knows about them. Monthly sustainment includes food and life-sustaining supplies. Most of the recipients are widows with children and Christians in hiding. Evacuations from Afghanistan have decreased significantly, but we are evacuating the high-risk individuals from Afghanistan as needed. Currently in Pakistan, we have 8 safe houses with at-risk Afghans waiting for final resettlement. We have 12 families, 42 people in our care just in Pakistan waiting for a country to open up. One of the greatest challenges for pathways for the Afghan situation is the countries. Nobody wants to take these guys anymore. So we are still trying to establish the pathways for resettlement. It is a full-time job. I can't give you the numbers, but we are working with Brazil, Mexico, Germany, Turkey. Total completed TNF cases with successful locations to date, 22,000 people we have relocated around the world. In Armenia, the hostilities inside Armenia began in September. In Azerbaijan, over 100,000 Armenians have fled. We are really having a hard time with the mass exodus. However, we are on the ground assisting Christian families as they flee their homes, looking for safe passage. We have 127 individuals that we have gotten out and gotten to safety. In Egypt, we have 32 Coptic Christian widows that are in need that we're sheltering. Iraq and Syria, this is where we started, and this is an amazing story. We're continuing to be on the ground there. There is one big, prison camp, and all of these Yazidis that have been taken as slaves, all these women, we know they're in this camp of about 10,000, and we have people that are working on finding them, okay? We have taken, just this last year, 172 souls out to Australia, 18 to Canada. It is the Yazidi women the camp is called Al Hol. It's in Syria. We're reuniting these women with their family members in Iraq, rescuing survivors from human trafficking in Iraq. We're rescuing families fleeing a religious persecution for their Christian faith in Syria. We have safe houses for at-risk Yazidi women and their children of war. Children of war are children fathered by ISIS fighters. We are providing protection for former ISIS captives who are witnesses against ISIS for crimes against humanity proceedings. In Israel, after the October 7th attack, the Nazarene Fund responded with assistance to our partners in Israel. One chartered flight from Tel Aviv to Nashville for U.S. citizens and Israelis who were survivors of the October 7th attack. We partnered with M1 to provide funding for the relocation to the U.S. of 6 Israeli families who were survivors of the attack. Who even knew we were in Nigeria? Operation Lego launched in Nigeria on April 30th. Our primary objective is to collect irrefutable evidence along with actionable intelligence and target any and all individuals, rings involved with the illicit trade of organ harvesting, human trafficking, child abduction and exploitation, baby factories, and ritual killings. Some of the operations that we have conducted just in this year, we have arrested 6 human traffickers, and these guys are the scum of the scum. The rescue and aftercare of 32 children are now in our care this year. The rescue of 15 pregnant women who are being used as a baby factory. They actually have a black market baby factory. They come and they kidnap these women. They impregnate them. They take the baby, sell the baby parts on the black market. Infant hearts are worth $250,000 on the black market. So they take this child from the mother, kill it, harvest the organs, sell all the organs, then re-impregnate her and have her do another baby that they kill and harvest. It's unbelievable. We have, again, rescued 15 of these pregnant women, the recovery of 2 siblings abducted by their maid to be sold into the Nigerian trafficking market. We have found them and reunited them. We have Operation Renaissance that is going on now in Asia. It is a platform which has a range of tools to support a Christian minority community and other minority groups. Operation Resistance was established under the guise of conventional research and community outreach project to shield it from exposure to security agencies in the lockdown states. We had to shut it down at the end of third quarter this year, but some of the operations, we assisted 1,590 Christian families with food, medicine, and legal assistance to fight different types of persecution that they were facing. We rescued a 15-year-old Christian girl who had been abducted and brutally tortured by her employers for several days. Police, legal, financial support to, and successful rescue of a 12-year-old Christian girl kidnapped, coerced to convert to Islam, and forced to marry her 35-year-old Muslim abductee. Police and legal support to a 14-year-old Christian minor raped repeatedly and filmed by one of her superiors at the factory where she worked. Rescue and relocation of a father and his 3 children who were victims of slave labor for over 10 years. In Sierra Leone, Operation Silver was launched in Freetown, Sierra Leone on September 1st of 2023. Its primary objective is to collect irrefutable evidence along with actionable intelligence and target any and all individuals and rings involved with illicit trade for organ harvesting, human trafficking, child abduction and exploitation, baby factories, and ritual killings. It also pays particular focus to Christian persecution who have been singled out for abuse based on their faith. A few of the operations just this year that you have made possible. I'm telling you all of these things to let you know there's a lot of good in the world and you are responsible for it. Recovery of 2 trafficked minors, 14 and 16-year-old from the Republic of Guinea. Rescue and repatriation of 9 children trafficked in the Republic of Mali. Recovery of a 10-year-old girl who's being trafficked in the Republic of Mali. Recovery of a 14-year-old girl trafficked from her village. In Sudan, we began this in April 2023. Fighting between rival armed factions broke out in the capital city of Khartoum. In June, we took 180 Kurdish workers with emergency evacuation and assisted them to get them on flights back to their home. Food packages for 900, medication for 150, sleeping kits for 830. We were in Turkey with a 7.8 magnitude earthquake, $200,000 of emergency funding, tents, food, medical care provided. What makes us different is nobody is left in Afghanistan. All these people that were marked for death and have been for a long time, nobody else is there. We're the last there. We try to be the first or second in, but we are also the last one out. And a good example of that is what's happening in Maui. When we went to Maui and Lahaina, we flew the food and everything else out, and we found that they were so skeptical of any aid people because they said, you guys just want your names on the TV. You just want your logos. Here, stand with this and the logo. And then you beat it. And my guy said, did you notice there's no logo anywhere? That's not what we do. We're here to help. And we'll be the last one here. Well, we will be in Lahaina for at least the next year, maybe 2 years, providing supplies. We're helping build tiny homes. They just found that arsenic is all over Lahaina, so these people are not going back to their homes anytime soon. That all has to be cleaned up. So we're helping them build tiny homes so they can stay in the area. Plus, I don't have the number on how many people have killed themselves, but the suicide rate is through the roof. So we are there providing PTSD care as well. And these things, Israel helped 440 Americans return to the United States. 2 flights. We partnered with Corey Mills, partnered with the, I think it's the Shy Fund. We have provided ambulances for the Israeli people that they needed. I mean, you have done so many things. On education, we have hosted Pro-Family Legislators Network, giving over 200 legislators critical information that they need. We just finished starting ticketing. So now if you come to town, you can contact the American Journey Experience at M1 and you can get a private ticketed only tour because it's not open to the public. It's open, at certain hours and you have to be ticketed to go in. We are now scanning our artifacts every day, 3D scanning, plus all of the books. We have the 3rd largest library of the American founding. We have the largest collection of documents from Jamestown, also from the Pilgrims in the world. We're scanning all of those documents. They can be translated into any language, and they're all searchable. We are putting them all on blockchain, along with all of the artifacts that I buy. We are 3D scanning them. So eventually you'll be able to have that and be able to manipulate it and look at it, through a virtual reality there at your own home. And it's all going to be on blockchain. And we are deep into that right now. It's taken us longer than we wanted. And we have a massive, massive program starting next year, hopefully, with your help, to educate not only families, but also take seriously all of the students in high school and college that not only want to know the truth about America, but are willing to teach it and want to dedicate their self to history of America. We have some really exciting things to announce. That is just scratching the surface. That's not how many babies we saved or anything else in this audience. I just want you to know there's never been a commercial radio audience, or I think a commercial television audience ever, that has done anything like this. Thank you. It is an honor to be around you and to serve you. Thank you. It's been a very good year for a lot of people who will never know any of our names.